You know, arts and crafts, you know, I'm preaching to the choir here, but arts and crafts has a foundation, you know, and the things we're seeing grew out of that. And that doesn't go away. And sure, there are going to be, you know, lean years and not so great years, but I don't think arts and crafts is going to disappear from view. I think it will always be recognized as a great style and as a movement that had so much going for it, beyond just the furniture. You know, I'm a wood man. You hear me talking, all my examples are almost always wood. But, you know, it's sort of like this is the complete picture. And the others just don't have that much to offer. So, yeah, they'll, like tigers, they'll have their dalliances. You know, so. But in the end, they'll come home again. Yeah.
If Gus signed a piece, why did it seem that he tended to sign in obscure places?
Well, he didn't want to detract from the beauty of the piece. That's the primary thing. And it was not like I say, he wasn't trying to hide it, but unlike the Roycrofters, he didn't want it to detract from the design. And he, you know, I think he has that quote, in an unobtrusive place. And so the idea was that if you were in the store, and that was the whole reason for it, in the store. It was a sales ploy. If you were in the store, you could tell who made it. By looking on the back, looking under the arm. Sure, the salesman probably had to point it out most of the time, but it was there. But unlike the Roycrofters, who, you know, Albert put his right there, smack dab in the middle, you know, Gus, and most of the others, L&JG, Albert Stickley, most of those put it in an unobtrusive place. Yes?
Flint Furniture sold a lot of Mission furniture. I have a few pieces, and they're L&JG pieces, yet there's no L&JG mark on them.
Yeah, there was a lot of copying, both authorized and unauthorized back then. You know, there would be, if Gustav Stickley took out a patent on his Morris chair, but there were easy ways around that. You just put in 5 slats instead of 4, you know, you change the design a little bit. There was an awful lot of copying going on, and then sometimes it was legitimate subcontracting when somebody couldn't handle a work order. But many times they were just buying. There was a company up in Syracuse called the Art Craft Furniture Company that did some knockoffs that were just dead ringers for Gustav. They were only in business for 4 or 5 years, but I've looked at a few of them and I thought that has to be a Gustav Stickley Morris chair. I mean, they didn't make any bones about it. It was just a dead on. They bought one, measured it, and rebuilt it and sold it. It's the only way they could have done it. But it wasn't. Then when you started looking, you look for the corbel with the peg, and it wasn't there, things like that. So there were a lot of companies out there, Black River Bending Furniture Company, that did great stuff, did good stuff. And I think that's the stuff that is yet to really kind of come up and be appreciated. And that's the stuff, if I was buying stuff today, I'd be looking for stuff like that, if you like the design, but you got to like the design, bottom line. Our house is not big enough to buy just everything we see. So, you folks have been wonderful, you know, but I'm going to let you go. If you've got books, I got a pen, we'll sign books, but they have to clean up this room. So if you got a book you want me to sign, I think Davey's carrying around the last 2 that are available.
Do we have a price on these?
I don't think we're having an auction.
Mine for 100.
We auction, right? Yeah. So we do have 2 books left, and anybody that wants one, they're here.
You should tell them I don't know how much they are.
We'll take orders. The price on this is
$35.
$35. Okay. Is anybody here? 33 for members. Anybody? Okay,
If you have you want me to sign, I'd be more than glad to personalize it for you. If you want to have a Christmas gift for somebody,
well, they're both
everybody in
sold.
my family's getting one.
They're both sold, so if anybody wants to place an order, see Vonda or Cindy or Betty. Okay?
And I really do hope to get to see Grove Park in. It is a lot of fun. You come and it's like having this group of people, but you know, you just take over an entire hotel for 3 days and nights, and it's a lot of fun. Come to Grove Park and have a good time. You know, winter's always a little bit milder in North Carolina. 3rd weekend in February than it is up here. I was telling the joke earlier. I called my wife and asked her what the weather was like. She said, "We don't know. It's too foggy to tell."
Hey, we've gone 17 years, and I've played golf every time at Grove Park Inn except once. So
yeah.
Well, there is a level of insanity that golfers have.
Yes.
We don't need to discuss that.
We saw him out there, he was just above the snow cap.
Not the whole weekend, but at least one
No,
day.
at least one day, at least one round of golf.
I'm not gonna touch your equipment. You
I'll
can
take
turn your
care of
stuff
it, no
down.
problem. I know it's late, but I have cookies, and there's decaf coffee in the trunk show, so please go there. There's a table set up for the book sign.